Hello everybody and welcome back to that abandoned farm challenge, or the multiplayer challenge with a twist. And so far the twists have been pretty good. Now episode number 6 this is, and guess what? We have decided between us and between lots of comments, thank you for everyone who's commented on either myself or Snowy's, but we are going to be able to buy, sell, upgrade every piece of equipment as of this episode. How amazing is that? Yeah, we want to make the most of it, because Farming Simulator 25 is just around the corner, isn't it? Really, it is not going to take very long before that's here. So let's speed it up. Let's speed it up. Now, we've not got anywhere near where we wanted to go with this series, but I mean, we kind of treat this as a little bit of a trial. And actually, it's worked out pretty good. But, you know, the views, the interest in Farming Simulator 22, it's just dropped off a little bit, isn't it? Because we are so close to the new game. So this has worked really well as a trial. And we're definitely, when the mods are available, we're going to be doing something like this on the new game between us. It's been enjoyable. It's been enjoyable. Now, just while I'm here really quickly, I will just mention off camera, I have added, I'll show you in a moment, but I have added, you might see it ever so slightly in the distance, I've added the fuel tank. Over there somewhere, I can't remember where, but over there somewhere is the hose pipe, which will allow me to get water, which is amazing. It will also allow me to wash stuff, but why on earth would I want to do that? You're joking me, aren't you? But I did off screen as well, just tweak this ever so slightly. So basically these sort of darker bits here, like I've just put in with mud, I've just made the track a tiny bit wider, just a little bit wider. Again, Snowy did he did an interesting job, but given what he was trying to do, he did do a good job. But you're just limited, I believe, using a controller. Yeah, as soon as you plug in the keyboard and the mouse, or for example me, I didn't have to plug it in because I am on PC. You can just use it much easier. So yeah, I've just made this a bit wider, a bit leveler as well. I've not made it entirely level. I wanted it to look a bit rough and ready. But yeah, it should just be a bit easier to scale up there. That's what I'm hoping anyway. One of the reasons I did that was, I mean, I needed it to be better anyway. But actually the greenhouse, which is over there, I'm kind of thinking I might sell the greenhouse. I'll lose money, obviously. It won't sell for as much as what it costs. But then reposition the identical greenhouse here. Oh, I'm hitting those invisible fences again. Yeah, I might put it here. Just makes sense, really. I imagine people would have a greenhouse in their garden if we treat this kind of chode as a garden. Yeah, what that would give me is a bit more space, because actually I feel like I've pretty much maximised every area I can make kind of worthwhile fields. Yeah, we've lost a chunk of land to this section here. This section over the other side of it, as we know, the sheep are there, and that's because it's pretty much, pretty much unusable. I mean, I don't think I'd be able to put a plough or anything around here with that little tractor. No, not at all. So yeah, I don't think, to be honest, I can actually get much more field work going, which is, it's part of the struggles, isn't it? It's part of the struggles. What have we got here now? Why is it not? There you go. 123 litres. Boom. It's not going to change the series quite yet, but at least they're working. At least they're doing something for me. Yeah, I think the only ever so slight kind of flat piece of land I have left is smack bang where this is, really. So I could maybe make this into a little field, potentially a field to replant grass, so that the grass is on hand right next to the sheep. Oh, bit of lag then. Okay, right, so while I'm down here, let's just show you real quick. There's the hose pipe for water, and again, apparently it cleans stuff, but I don't know why you'd want to do that. And just here is the fuel tank. So when we have the money, we'll have to put a little bit of fuel in it, I guess, to refill everything. Now, apart from that, nothing else has changed, apart from a slightly new rule. We can loan up to 50,000 if we need it. So that's our limit. 500,000 like the game sets is a bit over the top. So 50,000 can be our loans. And I guess you guys, between watching me and watching Snowy, you'll be the judges, you'll be the referees to make sure neither of us kind of abuse that. But yeah, ideal. These are looking quite good now, you know. So we are in December. The majority of the last episode was recorded in October, but that was only because I wanted to give Snowy a chance to catch up. And as of today, or as of last night, Snowy has caught up. Now, I'm recording this Thursday morning. I think you're due to see his episode 5 Thursday evening. So by the time you're hearing me talk about this now, hopefully you've seen Snowy's and we're back on par, we're back on level. And around this sort of time now, if I'm assuming this is a Sunday, Snowy's episode 6 should be coming out as well. So he's caught up, he's feeling better, he's back from holiday. All is good. Now, while I'm here, I'm just, while I'm talking, I'm just doing the morning chores and just checking all the animals. Chickens again, and what are they producing? 112 litres of eggs, it's absolutely shocking. Oh, hang on, no. That's 112 litres of food. Ooh, that's not very good, is it? So, 312 eggs. Okay, that's better. The fact that they've got 112 litres of food is not very good, though. So, we need to sort that today. Also, the sheep, I think they were getting low. I didn't mention it, but I looked at it. They were down to the last couple of thousand, I think. Why am I running around? It's not keep it real, is it? Let's just do it on here. Wow, they've only got 1,695 litres of food as well. Yeah, so animals are the priority in this episode. But firstly, I feel like I want to make the most of, being able to change equipment, update equipment, make equipment better. So that is what we're going to do. First things first, I need to take that plough back because we don't need that plough either way, do we? That's the original plough. I'm going to keep this. I actually really like it. I do wonder how Snowy's getting on with it. Did he figure it out? Did he connect it to the correct one? I don't know. But I really like that anyway because you can go full speed. It's really, really good. This is the thing I need to address today. The mower. Will that Deutz-Fahr pull this mower? Now, the mower itself it's expensive. It's 15,000, but we have got the loan potential. Obviously, that's costing us interest, so we need to borrow the absolute bare minimum, really. But I think that's a good investment. I really do. 75 horsepower. Yeah, what we actually have on that tractor is 55. I think it can go up to 60 odd. So maybe if we upgraded the engine on the Deutz-Fahr, it would pull that bigger mower. I mean, it's a bit of a risk, to be honest. We are taking a risk, but I don't know. We need to sell that. So we need to connect that up. The rest of this is kind of okay. Yeah, let's do it. Can I? Don't know. I'm thinking to myself now, which is why I'm not talking. Can I get the mower onto this? Because this is also something which is it's doing my head in. And actually, if Snowy's smart as well, it's probably worth a little bit of money, this thing. In fact, let's have a look at what we own. Yeah, see, look, it's actually worth £8,500. And supposedly its top speed's 24. Well, that's a massive lie, isn't it? Massive lie. 24 miles per hour if you're going down a sharp gradient, but it certainly doesn't do 24 miles per hour around here, more like 8. So anything would be faster than that. But I always like, if you watch my series, the previous series, any series I've done in fact, I always like to have a nice, speedy, super mobile transporting vehicle, i.e. a pickup truck. I do like to have that. I think it's great to run in between the shops, bring back bags of things like the seed or the lime. Perfect. So I would like to replace it with something. But I don't know. Can we cope with just the tractor? I'm not too sure. Right, let's see if I can get anything loaded up onto the back of that. So we'll grab this plough, and I just wonder if I connect the front loader, would I be able to put it onto the back of the pickup truck? I don't know. Is it even worth it? Is it really worth all the hassle to take this plough to the shop when actually it's probably worth peanuts? There's the new piece of equipment again. We could sell that if we wanted to. I'm not going to. Snowy could if he really wanted to. I think that's a really good plough though. Yeah. I mean, what do you get? Like 10% maybe? 20% more? It's hardly worth it, is it? For the extra like 50 quid? Nah, I think we just sell it from here. That's fine. Cool. There's nothing against doing that. Again, we're not playing this with any major rules. You play it the way you want to play it. The mower, again, it's not worth it, is it? £317. Let's sell that as well. Yeah. I'm wondering whether or not that's a wise idea until I buy the other one. But we'll take up the loan either way if we struggle. Right, we'll get rid of that. Now, while I'm here, I'm just going to clear off some other bits as well. Again, ideally, this car, for example, this pickup truck, even though it doesn't show you a picture, I will take that to the shop because 10% is worth a lot more. Miscellaneous. Yeah, look, 800 litre. I must have bought the unrealistic shovel, as you said, FKG, but whatever. I've done it now, haven't I? Yeah, this here I can't even get down. I'm still wondering how we got it up there. So we'll sell that. And I am not using a 0.7 metre roller. No way. Right, I'm never going to use that. I'm going to keep the weight because it's handy. All of this will keep. I'm going to keep the weeder as well, you know, because that is not a bad weeder. Fertilizer spreader, I think, is amazing. Tedder is okay. It's not bad. It's not bad. We don't need it anyway, really. I'm going to keep it. Oh, I could sell it, actually. It's worth a lot of money. Oh, now I'm wondering. Okay, right. Maybe if I do sell it, I'll take that to the shop. The trailer, we haven't got anything better for a minute. We'll keep that. We need to keep those, of course. And yeah, we'll keep the seat there. Good. Okay. Right. So that's just changed what I need to do. All of a sudden, we got 1,576, which we'll just be spending on chicken food, no doubt. Yeah. That's most likely what we need to do. So the question is, do I want to sell this pickup truck and cope without any vehicle at all? What I don't want to do, although I could do, is, let's jump to here. These are cool, but I'd like to. You know me with the used shop. I'd quite like to have that. Yeah, I'd quite like to have that. It can have, I mean, it can have up to 14,500 capacity. That's big, isn't it? That's really big. I'm assuming that's more for silage and grass, really, because of the size of the holes. It'll be pouring out the back, wouldn't it? So, if I was playing realistically, I would go for that 7,000. That's just cool, isn't it? It's got a good amount of power. Its top speed's 39 miles per hour. That's triple, at least triple anything we've done. You could even upgrade the engine, but what's the point? That actually does nothing to the stats. I don't even know what that does. Yeah, that's a good buy. I could take out a loan, but do I really want to take out £27,000 for something that would be nice to have? It's not going to change the farm though, is it? Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't want to just take out 50 grand because I've got the option to take out 50 grand. I don't think that's right. Okay, let's take this to the shop. We'll spin this around and we'll make our way down to the shop. Right, I'll see you in a moment. In a moment for you, in about half an hour for me. See what I mean? 9 miles per hour. This thing's driving me mad. Honestly, I'll be glad to get rid of this. Look, we're on a completely flat piece of land. Why wouldn't it go above 8 miles per hour? It's just so bad. That top speed is an absolute lie. Right, here we go. Let's get some speed up now. Right, anyway, whilst this is going, I'm going to do some talking so I don't fall asleep, I think. I hope everyone's well. I hope you're enjoying this series. Again, like I mentioned at the beginning, we've kind of introduced these little kind of extra bits a bit earlier than initially thought, because we just want to speed it up a little bit. We just want to get something going before the end of the series. We might only get 4 or 5 more episodes really, and then that'll be done and dusted. As soon as FS25's come out, no one wants to see this one anymore, do they? No way. I'm not sure what to do about roleplay. You may well actually have seen, well, you should have done. You should have seen episode, whatever it is, 27 maybe. The newest episode should have been, by the time you're seeing this, yesterday. As I'm playing this now, I've not even recorded or edited that episode, so I don't even know exactly what happened in that episode. I know where I want stories to start and finish, but all the stuff in between is just a little bit of improvisation, really. And certainly Travaskis. I find the best thing with Travaskis is to improvise. Comes across a bit more realistic, doesn't it? But anyway, yeah. I'm not sure what to do with that series, because when FS25 comes out, it looks like Oxygen David, I do speak to him much more often than what I used to actually, and it looks like he is planning on potentially getting Court Farms to FS25 relatively quickly, but we're not going to have the mods available, and obviously I use a lot of mods on that particular roleplay, like just the more realistic stuff and brand names which you can buy in-game. So yeah, that's going to be the only holdback really. But I have already, in my head, made up a plot which could make it work. So I can convert the series over to FS25 without too much of a delay. You might see a bit of a delay because, yeah, there's going to be a lot of changes in the new game. Well, at least I hope there's a lot of changes. But hopefully, all being well, that series won't stop. Now, I think off the top of my head, it's here. And it's here somewhere. I might have to do the interactive zone markers. I think I will. Turn them on. Oh, okay, I was trying to get into the shop. See, my memory sort of served me well. It's just the wrong side. This one. So, what have we got? Yeah, look, it's worth 9,523 now. I could repair it. I wouldn't normally do that, but on this series I can do that, can't I? So let's repair it. 559. So you gain, pence out of it, don't you? Really, not a lot. Right, let's just sell it. Yeah, I've had it. That drive here persuaded me it's absolutely useless. So I'm going to sell that. Do I want to sell this vehicle? Yes, I absolutely do. Cool. Okay. Wow. We're a bit lonely down at the shop now, aren't we? Let's go to the shop. So we need to get, what did we need to get? I've already forgot. A mower. So remind myself. Yeah. 15,000. So we're nearly there. We're not too far away. 15,000. Now, part of me is wondering, again, I don't want to take out a loan and just spend it for the sake of it. It's pointless. But I've activated quite a few extra little small tractors. This is the one that we own, the 2-wheel drive version. I could upgrade that to 62 horsepower. Hopefully, that will pull that mower. I think the mower just said it needs 75. There is a bit of leeway on this game, isn't there? So I think maybe I'll get away with that, but it will just be a bit slow. And I've also added these in because they're just pretty cool, aren't they? So you can get, a 2-wheel drive international, 85 horsepower, but it has the potential to go up to 150. That potentially would see you through the entire series for 30,000. So I could even just buy that now. I really could. What else did we activate? Lots of Massey Fergusons. These, I think these are cool. Those are really cool. But 45,000 is a bit silly, isn't it? Yeah. And these ones, I've never used these ones. I must admit, I'm not 100% sure on those actually. At its absolute best, it can upgrade. Wow, look at that. That looks like a racing tractor. 115 horsepower. So that's way better than the Deutz-Fahr. Way better. But I don't know. See, all of a sudden that's jumped to 39,500. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. There are some cheaper ones there. I don't know what the difference is between them. 58 or 64, but they only max at 80 anyway. That one actually costs more. How does that work? Strange. Very strange. Okay, so yeah, even 80 horsepower is much better than the Deutz-Fahr, but I don't feel that's worth the money. Again, there's some mediums I've popped in as well. The white, I've used this one before. I don't overly love this, to be honest with you, because even when you put the road crops or the narrow tyres, it still damages the crop. I think it's just there for the wording, to be honest. It's a cool tractor, but I'd like to use things I've never used before. Something like that potentially. I'm going to be heavily dictated, as I am on any series, by an obsession with the shop. Look at that. That's a cool tractor, isn't it? Very similar to the other one, but far more powerful. Yeah, so I'm going to be dictated by the shop, really. Because, yeah, you can just get bargains, can't you? They're in a great deal. I mean, potentially it could be nice to get a new baler, actually. That could be a good option. Don't think we need a skid steer. What is this? Yeah, we are definitely not doing sugar beets. Oh, so this is the one that I've just sold, by the way. In multiplayer, when one farm sells something, it comes up in the used shop for other farmers to buy. I quite like that about multiplayer. That's interesting, because I've just slated it saying I don't really like it. And 8,181. It's 58 horsepower though. It's no better than the other one. So that would just be a waste of money, really. Even though I guess it would be handy to have a second vehicle, but do I really want to spend £8,000 on something which is essentially the same? Yeah, I don't know. This is almost like a direct replacement for the Deutz-Fahr, but I don't want to sell that. I quite like it. Does it have the options of narrows? Yes, it does. Don't know why it costs £400 more to have two-wheel drive. Yeah, when that, which I'm assuming is four-wheel drive, I don't know. Yeah, because see the front axle, see how much this changes there. So to upgrade it from four-wheel drive, downgrade it to two-wheel drive, it costs you more money. How does that work? Yeah, so this one can only max at 80. It's a really small one. But 80 is good, but that's suddenly now 14,000, isn't it? Okay, but 70 horsepower, there's no charge. Ah, do you know, I didn't want to be buying one of those. I just looked at it and thought, it's kind of cute actually, thinking about it. It's kind of a cute looking little tractor, isn't it? Okay, do you know what? I think I'm going to do it. And what tyres would I want on it? Because it doesn't seem to be much of a charge, which is good. I quite like the I'm not gonna try and say that brand, but oh, it doesn't even charge you for wide tyres. Ooh, doesn't charge you for narrows either. Charges you for those ones. Yeah, I don't know. I think, you know, this is why I say I'm looking forward to... I like that. I like that. Yeah, FS25, one of the biggest things I'm looking forward to is being able to have mud actually stuck in between all of these grits and all of these tyre treads. That's going to be amazing. Apparently they flick off as you're driving down the road. That's going to be super cool. I like that. Although I am nervous because I haven't seen that in a single preview. So it was almost like maybe it was a good idea, but they couldn't do it. I hope not. What's attachers mean? Oh, that must be for the front. Wow. You can even have a front loader. A front attacher, sorry. Okay, but the PTO one is expensive. This is cool, you know. This is cool. Is it worth having the weight on it? Yeah, right, let's do that. 8,531. What a bargain. What an absolute bargain. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy it. Sorry, Snow, I've just beaten you on to record this episode. Potentially, you would have bought that, I reckon. Oh, I can't. Good. I'm glad. Well, you can have my pickup truck if you want to buy something used. I'm sure you'd make use of that. Right, so let's go take a look at what we bought. However, although we could pay for that with our own money, in fact, the pickup trucks just bought this instead, which is interesting. As like almost like a direct swap, and its top speed is supposedly 24 miles per hour. I like it. Very basic, just what we need. And it's got some weird ticking noises going on. What is going on here? And it has self-opening windows, which is kind of bizarre. I wonder what that noise was. They're still opening. Even when I wasn't in the truck. Bizarre. How weird. Right, anyway. We need to get now the mower, don't we? 15,000. I'm going to go straight in, row up some fresh grass. We're not going to bother tedding it. We're just going to row up some fresh grass and feed it to the sheep. Good. I need to think of what I'm going to do with these chickens. I'm probably going to have to buy just a load of little bags again, aren't I? Don't really have a choice. Right, what am I actually doing? I can't think. There we go. Right, borrow. So we are going to borrow just 15,000. Again, I don't want to be paying the interest for no reason. So 15,000. We'll get a mower. I'm pretty confident now. That tractor was 70 horsepower. This needs 75. Surely it can pull this mower, no problem. Now, wheel brand doesn't matter. Oh, and that's an added bonus, isn't it? I could use it to mulch the fields. I do hope Snowy realises. I've told him this mod is on there. He knows all the mods that are on there. I do hope he realises sooner rather than later, because he's probably in the same situation as me. And yeah, mowing, baling, windrowing, loading those bales. It is just a nightmare. It is an absolute nightmare. Right, okay, so I'm going to buy it. Cool. Now, while I'm here, I will just say one thing, and I've spoken with Snowy about this just to remind him. In the baler section, if you go to the baler, you've got combinations. There is a trailer. Now, it's an auto-load trailer. I do not use auto-load trailers. That's just against my beliefs almost. My farming simulator beliefs is I hate auto-loading trailers. But this one is a bit of an exception, because this is actually designed to go with that baler. So it hooks to the back of the baler, and it kind of simulates that as they get dropped off the back of the baler, they land onto the trailer and it loads them up nice and square for you. Almost like someone stood there stacking them. So that's part of the reason I wasn't overly concerned about selling that flatbed. £5,000. So we need to remember that. Let's stop mucking around. Now the time is only on 0.5 again, because as it stands, myself and Snowy, we're still struggling to find the time together to actually get on at the same time. But we're talking there's potentials. I mean, a bit of channel update, I guess, from me. I think I figured out the streaming. I've set up OBS to do the streaming. It's all linked properly. I think it's a case of me having an hour where I'm free and clicking the start streaming button and just see what happens. But yeah, I think I'm pretty much there. Don't know why I'm checking for a train. It's literally just drove past. Yeah, so that will be interesting. I'm looking forward to doing the first stream, and maybe once I get popped the cherry, the streaming cherry, then maybe I'll do quite a few more, because it does seem like something that might suit me, to be honest with you. I'd rather talk to you live than talk to myself now doing this recording. There we go. The Knurley home chode is in sight. So we're nearly here. I still decided to play Funny Beggars with the fencing though. Now this is also mugging me up with the top speed, you know. It's only doing 14. It says 24. It's better than the pickup truck, but it's still tricked me a little bit. Unless it's just because I've got this big piece of machinery in tow. I don't know. Right, so we're going to get straight into a little bit of mowing. And then feed the sheep. So we can mow and row. Mow and row. It's a nice little rhyme I just did there all by myself. Once we've done that though, then we need to chuck them into bales and feed the sheep, don't we? Yeah, cool. Right. We'll leave this here a minute because I'll jump into the Deutz-Fahr. We're certainly not going to stop using this piece of machinery now that we've got the other one. But I do need to move. Oh dear. And in typical Rusey fashion, everything is in the way. Why do I do this to myself? Right, let's try again. Yeah, I need to move this windrow, which I kind of dumped here. And actually, let's move the front loader, which, same again, I just dumped there. But I'm going to need that. I'm going to need that for some chicken food. Lovely. Right, that's connected up. And then my favourite windrow. Good. Now, it's not as... Let's fold. Will it fold? Yeah, there we go. If you fold it, all it does is it just pulls it a bit tighter. Yeah, still smashed it against the side of the shed. But, you know, this is me. I just made it worse by reversing that dolly style thing. Oh, there we go. That worked out quite well, didn't it? Right, we'll drop it there. Good. Yeah, and we'll just get this out of the way. I'll park it there, and it looks like I have the intention of washing it, but I'm not going to. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not going to break tradition. That would be bizarre of me, wouldn't it? Maybe I spend my 1 episode limit of removing a piece of rubbish by getting rid of that pump truck today. Or even this skip. Don't know. We'll see what happens as we're moving. Is this even going to work? That is the question. I don't know. Will this even work? Let's lower it down. Lower it down? Yeah, I said lower it down and I picked it back up. That's good. Right. Yeah, it is slow. Oh, that's not bad actually. That is not bad at all. Right, we might as well just get here. It's not going to be a lot of grass, but it is still grass. The sheep won't really mind. The sheep won't actually care. Oh yeah, this is slow though. Oh dear, let's turn it off between manoeuvres. The great thing about this mower though is this tiny little piece would have been a time lapse normally. It ain't going to be a time lapse this time. I might have to time lapse the amount of manoeuvres I have to do actually. Do that, good. Let's turn that off again. Last little bit. Can I do it in one go? Probably not. When you think about it, there is actually, although I can't use a lot of this land to create fields anymore because it's just so unlevel, it's just so bumpy, but there's actually quite a lot of area I can still get grass from. Yeah, and naturally it's tidying up our yard, isn't it? Because in theory the bushes aren't going to grow back, are they? So it's going to make it look lovely. It's going to make it look 100 times better. I like this. This was a good choice. So far we have borrowed 15,000, which is more than what I actually thought I would, you know. But I think, oh dear, I think we've spent it well. I can't drive very well, but we're spending money well. Let's try again. This grass is a slightly different colour to the rest, so maybe it was placed by Snowy. I don't know if that gives you more or less, I'm not sure. I don't know. Right, I don't want to trim too much into where the sheep are because I quite like the look of the sheep free roaming around that sort of bit of barren wasteland. So I'm going to leave that there. But let's get the rest of this. Yeah, this ain't a bad amount of grass, you know. This isn't a bad amount of grass. If I can, I mean, I don't know, I might be being optimistic here, but if I can make another 10,000 litres of grass out of what's here and then not plough it up, it will kind of grow something back. This would temporarily work as a bit of instant sheep food for the next few episodes, maybe. The reason I don't want to just jump straight in and spend all the money on a loan is once we start making money, if we still have some loan available as well, we could buy our next big plot of land, which it would be the plot of land that's next to us. Just like, oh dear, they're struggling with this hill. Yeah, the big plot of land that's next to us, which this one over here, just behind that shed, because it looks relatively flat. It is 60 odd grand. So yeah, I thought, well, let's do this episode. Let's not spend any money on a loan, and then all I've got to do is make 15 grand. And I could buy another plot, which is needed. It is needed, but yeah, I've already ruined that idea, haven't I? Right, come on. Look at that, look. I managed to do all of this, and again, I haven't had to do a time lapse. Amazing. Oh dear, come on. You can do it. You can do it. Cool. Right, and then while I'm here, it won't be much more, but let's just... Yeah, I think, you know, I might sell that pump truck. Because it's kind of an awkward position now, isn't it? I won't rush into it though, because there might be something else that I need to sell this episode, which is more in the way. But, that, yeah, that's proven to have been the most annoying bit of decoration so far. Oh, there's a pallet of lettuce over there. Well, that's a bonus. I didn't think that would be there. Right, I've got to turn it off to manoeuvre. See, even this looks like there's quite a bit of grass there, look. It's dropped quite a bit. Just this tiny little section. You should never underestimate little sections of grass. Let's just cut straight across here. Okay, right. Fold this back up. Park it somewhere. And really, I'm trying to keep all of the grass stuff over here, aren't I? But I do wonder if that is the best place for it. Right, let's just reverse it in there like that. That's fine. Yeah, these I'm not overly a fan of these drive-through sheds, if I'm honest with you, because you can't store anything, can you? Right, we'll connect it to the windrow, which, do you know, I think I might do it in this just to see, just to see how fast. If it goes full speed, windrowing at 24 miles per hour, it might be very difficult. Come on, why is it not just, there you go. Didn't want to disconnect it then. Yeah, I don't know why that window at the back of this keeps opening itself up as well, by the way. I can't even close it again now. Weird. Right, let's get this done. This part, as we know, doesn't take long at all. But, even though it doesn't take long, I'll probably time-lapse this bit. Because it's less embarrassing if I make mistakes. And hopefully I don't whack the baler. Wow. Pretty good. Right, unfold this. Unfold, there we go. So I need to go around the outside this way. Yeah, again, that dirty old yellow pump truck there is pretty annoying. Right, let's get this started. What do I need to do again? Turn it on, lower it down. Right, let's go. There we go. Pretty good job, actually. Pretty good job. Now, the challenge would be, can I fit this through here? Keep it tight on the left. And we might just do it. No, we won't do it. And, of course, that is the reason why I left that shed there to the right as a drive-through, wasn't it, for that windrow? And then I went and parked to the mower right in the way. Brilliant. Amazing. Anyway, that's pretty good, you know. That is pretty good. The door has decided to open itself now as well. It might be my Xbox control. The buttons are going a bit funny. My LB button's gone a bit sticky. So, yeah, probably while I was moving around then, I was opening the door. Anyway, good. What dawned on me as I was doing that, though, whilst I had a bit of time to think, is we only 50% fertilised this. Now, the problem we have is, actually, even though the last episode was recorded in October, it should have been recorded in November. So now, because we've caught the time back up and we're in December, it's now at a height where crop destruction is a big thing. Yeah. I'm going to have to fit narrows to one of these tractors. Maybe I should have just put narrows on that, really. But actually, I probably prefer the other one to have the narrows, if I'm completely honest. Because I want to keep the Deutz-Fahr right till the end. That's like our original tractor, wasn't it? So, yeah, we're going to have to go down to the shop, see how much it's going to cost for narrow tyres. I imagine it will cost a little bit of money, probably £1,000 maybe. And yeah, we'll go from there. Now, I'm kind of aimlessly wandering around because I couldn't remember where I left it. Here it is. So I want to get that trailer as well. So we need to get some chicken food. We'll get a pallet of chicken food, which we just need. So I'm going to have to connect a weight to the back of this. I want to get that auto load trailer to go with the baler. So when I'm doing this baling now, I haven't got to then go back and pick it up. Just, I mean, for you, you probably don't see it. But if anyone's used that mod, you know what it is like. It is an absolute nightmare to try and pick up those tiny little bales. Yeah, and for some reason, I don't know why, but I think each type of material you pick up has a different capacity. So the straw seemed to be 400 litre. The hay bales, which I did, seem to be 300 litre. I think grass bales are even smaller than that again, so it will produce even more. Yeah, that is a bit of a pain. Now, just think now, just stop. Before I drive off and rush off into anything, is there anything here I need to take with me? What do we think? I might sell that tedder. Yeah, but I'll have to just sell that from the farm, won't I? I think that's the right thing to do though. So yeah, if we sell the tedder, that will pay for this tractor having narrow tyres fitted, and it'll pay for a little bit of chicken food. Hopefully we can afford a pallet at this episode rather than those little bags. Then we'll have to take out a small extra £5,000 loan. That will put us up to borrowing 20 grand. The first day that we're able to borrow 20 grand, but we're pretty set then for a minute. I don't think I'll need any more loan money for a little while. We should hopefully just be making money. And I'll tell you what, if we can cut the grass in a new plot of land eventually, that's going to produce a lot of grass. Maybe it's worth thinking about silage. I don't know. I do enough silage on the other series, to be honest. It kind of puts me off doing it. But I know that the monetary value, especially on this map, is probably absolutely insane. And I'm guessing Snowy's already thinking silage. He's like the silage king, that guy. He makes an absolute fortune out of it on quite a lot of his series. So I'm sure he's probably already thinking it. If he hasn't said it, he's probably thinking it. I don't know. Right, anyway, I'll see you in about 3 hours. I'm glad I slowed down this time because it is right there. That would not have been good. It comes through this map pretty much every time I come down here. I see that train. A lot of maps you only see the train once in a very long while. But yeah, whether or not it just kind of automatically goes past whenever you drive to the shop, or it's just coincidence every time, I don't know. Right, we'll go into here. Now I have activated, which I haven't shown you yet, but I have activated a workshop, which eventually, I'll show you it now, eventually we will put at the farm, because this drive is tedious. Oh, it is so tedious. Let's switch over to my mouse very quickly. So yeah, in here, and in the tools section now, I had to message Snowy the other day to say, would you mind adding something? Or would you mind if I added something, because I'm fed up with this. But yeah, it's one that costs £1,000. It's a bit more than the toolbox. The reason I didn't go for the toolbox, I was going to ideally, but with I think I've had it with 2 of the little handheld bags now. They've kind of fallen through the map, and the toolbox is essentially the same kind of thing, the same object almost from a game or map point of view. So I was just nervous that that would fall through the map as well. So I thought, let's play it safe and let's go with an actual proper placeable toolbox, which is why we did it. Right, anyway, I want to go into here. How much is... Right, 919 to repair it. I think that is something we need to consider. Repairing it. Definitely. Now, can we get narrow tyres? No, it doesn't look like you can. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, okay, they're narrows. Cost 1,000. Narrows cost 1,000. Okay. Don't tend to have narrows in Midas. Narrows cost... Oh god, I don't like the look at that. That looks like something out of the new game, doesn't it? Like a seed type tractor. Yeah, looks horrible. Okay, which brand was it? BKT. Yeah, I need to do it. I need to do it. That's quite important because it's going to cost us. Well, we're going to make a lot more than 1,000 by fertilising that field. At least I hope, anyway. How much was it to upgrade the engine? Yeah, 2,500. Fortunately, we don't need to do that now. Right, so that's £1,000 gone straight away. And obviously it's disconnected everything like it does. Oh look, see how clean those tyres are compared to the rest of the tractor. I can't be having that. I have to drive through that marsh, I think, on the way home, get it dirty. Okay, cool. How much was chicken food? I assume nothing else has come up in the shop. No. Pallets. I'm sure you can get a pallet for 5,000. I'll use it and keep it real. Yeah, so barley pallet. 1,000 for 5,000. That is actually real cheap. Sorry about that. My phone rang then. I had to answer it. It doesn't really matter what they're going to get. I think I'm going to buy them some sorghum just to flex up their diet a little bit. Maybe they'll make tastier eggs. Who knows? Right, we'll buy that. This is going to put us down to the absolute minimum. Done. Right, so we have a pallet over there. We have a tractor, which, once I reconnect everything, good, which should be now suitable to do, well, we kind of future-proofed it, really, with the narrows. I think that was a real good buy. The weight will hopefully allow us to pick up the pallet. Probably not, because it's a 5,000 litre pallet. It struggled with 1,000 litres. But all we need to do now is get that trailer. So let's go into here, borrow just 5,000 more, £20,000 loan. Okay. Again, I didn't really want to be doing that, to be honest with you, but I don't know how to get into that trailer other than doing it as a combination through the balers. Yep. 5,000. Main colour. It's actually the colour of the majority of our own equipment anyway, so that works, doesn't it? We'll buy that. So not only are we skint, and we got £337, we are also 20 grand in debt. Shocking. Right. All I need this to do is pick it up enough to get it. Oh dear. It normally picks these out. What's going on? Why doesn't it like these pallets? Okay. Wow. This is promising. Is this the reason why Snowy's left that pallet there? Quite possibly. I don't want to be borrowing any more money to get a bigger weight. Let's try it. Come on. Yeah, I'm undecided on selling the tether, actually, if I'm honest, because when we buy that other piece of land, the hay was worth a lot of money. Oh, there we go. It's getting in there slowly. Oh, no. Yeah, this is the reason Snowy abandoned it, isn't it? Oh, no. Even fully on the ground, it's lifting the back of the tractor up. Okay, well we need that food. We need to get it there one way or another. Come on. If I'm going to get a new weight, I might as well sell this weight as well, and I really. Let's have a look. Right, here we go. I'm going to try and keep this episode to about an hour, by the way. Yeah. Just think that's a good time to go for. Now, the weight we've got is 600 kilograms, so buying one of these is completely pointless. It's the same weight as what we got anyway. So we need to get something that's quite chunky in comparison. So by that being 1100, I'm guessing that's its weight, yeah? Didn't install anything else, did I? Ooh, look at that. Ooh. What does that weigh? Right, no, so that's even lighter. 850, that's 600. I think concrete weight is the way to go, you know. That's 1.5 ton. Why does it say front weight? Okay, so it connects to the front as well as the back. Cool. Wow. Whoa. Look at the size of that. Right, I reckon £1,100. That's a good deal. Let's see what this weight is worth. Not a lot, I am sure. Here, yeah, £396. Well, let's repair that and sell it for £443. Good. And then we're gonna have to sell the tether. 1,183. It would have been better to bring it down here, but I ain't making that drive back up and then back down again. It ain't happening. I suppose I could have been cheeky and reset it, but for the sake of a couple hundred pounds, I'm not doing that. I am not. Right, let's find that weight again I was just looking at. That looks like a perfect weight for the series as well, doesn't it? So 1,500, I reckon. What does that do? That's just decorative, I guess, isn't it? It's not changed the weight. Okay, right, we're going to get that £1,100. At least we actually bought that using our own funds. Right, will this work any better? Oh, I've gone the wrong way around as well. Try again. Will this work any better? I hope so. I really hope so. So, oh yeah, that's heavy. See the tractor? That's really heavy. By the end of this episode, we're going to have fed the chickens with quite a lot of grain. And, look, you can even change the angle of the weight of the back. That's weird. I don't want to do that. I want to do the front. And also, now we'll get back. We'll bale up the grass. I mean, we don't really need the tether, do we? In a way, because the sheep are quite happy with grass. Oh, look at that. It still struggles. How heavy is this pallet? Come on. Come on. How heavy are these pallets, man? Does it tell you? Does it give you a weight? Because this is crazy. Wow. What did I get? Sorghum, 4.4. I should have bought barley. I didn't think to look at the weights. Yeah. Yeah, barley was by far the lightest. Wow, 3.6. That's heavy, isn't it? I can't get this back. No matter what I do, I can't even drive. I don't even know if upgrading the weight will do anything. We've got to try it. Oh dear, what a disaster. I've definitely realised why Snowy left his pallet there. Yeah. The other option is we drive all the way back and get the trailer. Maybe that's what we do. Do you know, I think that's the play actually, isn't it? I think that's what we do. Yeah, fine. Right, it's not a wasted trip because we've got ourselves a really cool weight, which I think, although it's not needed currently, will be needed, especially if we start getting into bigger bales. Yeah. Will it still connect? Oh, okay. Oh, that's what that hook was for. Fine. Right, in that case then, I want to lower the weight a little bit. Cool. How cool is that? I like that. Right, let's get this back to the farm. And, well, we can certainly start on the baling. And then come back down again with a trailer and take 2/3 of that. We can take 3,000 litres of that pallet in a trailer. Okay. Right, we're back at the farm with the trailer, so we're going to get straight on with it. I mean, this episode must be approaching an hour, so we need to get busy now, don't we? Where did I leave the baler? Oh yeah, up the top. Okay. I do wonder if this map has any kind of road layouts set. As in, can I get the AI to drive this tractor back down to the shop? That would save me a bit of time. I don't know if I can. Probably not. But we'll give it a go. My thinking is we'll connect up the trailer to this as well. Keep the weight on it. Maybe we can put 3,000 litres of that pallet into the trailer, and then the other 2,000 litres it might then allow us to pick up, so we can still bring all of it back. So yeah, we're having to do it a little bit backwards, but it isn't the end of the world. It's okay. The only issue is, how on earth is this going to connect? Are you ready for this? Let's zoom in, if at all. Oh, okay, no, it connects to the original hitch. And actually, if I raise that weight up a bit, that works. That's realistic. I like that. Yeah, I don't know whether, let's try it. Whether or not, where's the, here. Let's not do it the wrong side of the train track. Will it at least get us to here? It will. Weirdly enough, it's also going straight up the track. How is that possible? How is that possible? Unless this track is... Oh dear, what's it doing? Oh, I'm amazed. I'm actually amazed. It's a bit wobbly, but wow. That was surprising. It's actually looking like it's going to do a good job. Right, and the great news is now we have got another tractor. We wouldn't be able to do stuff like this if we didn't have this. So I started the episode saying I didn't really like the look of these tractors because, I mean, they didn't look like they'd be powerful enough. But now the shop has kind of forced us to buy one. I think it's actually a pretty good tractor. It's alright. And if the Deutz-Fahr can tow this, I'm sure this is going to have no issues. Nice. The downside to all of this is the trailer is a dolly. Yeah. Not potentially good. Now, how have I got to connect directly to the back, I think? Yep. So we need to get this quite central. The turning circle on this tractor is pretty awful though, actually. I will say that. Look at this. Right, stick it into a time lapse and I'll do it as quick as I can. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, there we go. I have not finished this field, by the way, at all. I've missed loads of bits. And, yeah, that bottom section over there as well. There's still quite a bit, but the episode is definitely coming on now. The episode has been pretty much long enough. So I just want to take what we've got and then jump to the shop, get the chicken food as well. Just finish the episode on giving these little sheepies and our little chickens some nice new fresh food. Yeah, and then we're pretty much there, I think. What a productive episode, by the way. It's actually been a pretty good episode, isn't it? Now, I'm assuming, again, I don't really use autoload a lot, but do I have to do something weird now with these? Like, when it actually changes to exports, there we go. So, transport position, what do I do? Do I do unload bales? Okay. Now what? Oh dear. I mean, that potentially is not good. Now what do I do? Unload bales here. Cool. I mean, that kind of worked. Sort of. Why are they there? This looks like some sort of like, maybe it's like sheep exercise. So they can stretch a little bit to get their food. Let's see if we can move them down. Yeah, okay. It's obviously just stuck to that railing. All I've got to do is touch them. And then they fall off. Or not. No? That one doesn't. There we go. Wow, 13,094 litres in there now. So that little bit that we collected was over 10,000. Like 11,500. We still got a decent bit here that I've just not even got close to picking up. And there's still some quite big, bulky lumps of grass here. And there's still a few in the back, and there's still this section over here. And doesn't this look better as well? It looks clearer, doesn't it? We've tidied up the yard even more. Right, what the heck is the AI? Wow. The AI got to exactly where I said. I am quite amazed. And look, same again, look, train. Every time. It must just be a massive coincidence, or the map is set to do that. I seem to remember Snowy saying he nearly got hit by the train when he was unloading his grain. So maybe it does always come whenever you get down here. I don't know. Right, this will work when this will work. Please work. Yeah, it will work. Cool. So 3,000 litres of it in the back, which with the weight and the weight of the trailer definitely gives us a huge amount of weight at the back. So surely we can take the remainder. Who knows? We're about to find out, aren't we? We're about to find out. Anyway, we are nearly there now. I will just show you. Oh dear. I will just show you me loading this food. What's going on? There we go. Into the chickens. And there is one more little thing that I'm going to do actually, just to finish this episode. And do you know what it is? Oh, look at that. Easy. It doesn't go on there very well though, does it? Come on, play it. Okay. A bit dodgy. Right, I won't set the AI to do this bit because that will confuse them, I'm sure. I'm actually going to finish the episode borrowing a little bit more money. Why on earth would I do that? Why would I borrow more money? All of that interest you're going to be paying for no reason at all. Wow. You will see why in a minute. I'm being a bit cheeky, but oh gosh, I hope train don't come. Yeah, it will make sense in a minute. Why are we sinking into the ground here? Okay, we're back. I'm just going to drop the chicken food pallet there. Hopefully we can get out of it. Hopefully, come on. Come on, these pallets are sticky. Yeah, I don't think it's the manure fault's fault, because it's normally alright. I think it's this supply pack, that's where they're from. Right, so let's just pop the chicken food in here. I can't believe I played an entire episode with the interactive zone markers still on. What is going on? Something's not right. At this rate, I'm going to clean tractors. Right, this should unload and that. Oh, don't be doing this again. Unload now. Select the back one first, that might help. Come on. Oh, what's going on here now? It's doing this again. It's mucking around with the triggers again, isn't it? Well, that's a bit annoying. Why is it not letting me unload? Oh, and now it suddenly is. I moved the weight and then it worked again. That was weird. Maybe that weight being on the back is confusing it. Right, unload that. Will they take the whole lot? I don't know. It's quite colourful, isn't it, sorghum? Looks more like a bean selection. Sorghum beans is grain, isn't it? I don't know. Wow, they must be hungry. Lovely. Right. Let's turn that off. So, why are we going to finish the episode on another loan? It doesn't make sense. But it absolutely does. So let's do it. We've used half of our loan now in the first episode. I promised myself I wasn't going to do it. But I mean, this is just a no-brainer. So we've got 60 out of 100. So I'm going to just absolutely ram it full of chickens. So we can get 40. I'm going to get 39. Obviously a rooster in real life would make the eggs kind of fertile, wouldn't it? It would be part of the breeding process. But does the game give you a boost to production? Does it give the chickens more productivity? Will they produce more eggs by having a rooster? I don't actually know. I don't know if that's even a thing. Probably not. But we're going to get one rooster. Yeah. There we go. Just to spruce them up. It makes them run around more anyway, at the very least. Yeah. The rest of our loan, by the way, we're going to spend on sheep. Sheep are expensive, aren't they? So this should... We're just going to fill it. When we get there, eventually... Right, here we go. We're just going to absolutely ram it of... Full of, baby. I only bought 22. So, how much... Or how much? Obviously not. We're not going to ram it because they're super expensive. How many sheep can we buy? Oh, come on. With our... What have we got? 5 grand. So... We'll keep a little bit of money spare. So for £4,600, we can get another 20 sheep. It's quite expensive, but they will pay that money back. I have all of my faith. My entire faith of this series is put on to the sheep. So let's do it. Cool. So if we produced, what did I say? What's it on now? 132 litres. We should, in theory, have just doubled that production. This is what it's all about. It's all about the wool. We've still got to move our granny in. We've still got to go pick her up and shove her in a little summer house to live. But, yeah, I'm putting everything on sheep. Absolutely. So, I hope you've enjoyed it. And the next episode, I guess I forgot to do it. We need to fertilise the fields. We need to pick up the rest of our grass. And then maybe... I don't know, I'll speak to Snowy. Maybe we're both at a point after this next episode where we just skip forward a few months. I think that might be a good call. So, thank you for watching, as always, and until the next episode, cheers and gone.